Hello everybody, NoukonNeko here, and it's been quite a bit of time since I last rode on Final Fantasy War of the Visions. But yeah, there's a character that already came out already that I actually don't have. So for Lara Croft, I skipped her the first time she came out. I was like thinking in my head, I don't have much Vtuber back then, and I don't really run water teams, so it doesn't really make sense for me to roll for her. And also, I'm not really a big Tomb Raider fan either. It's not that I have something against the game, I just never played any of the games before, so I didn't have a reason to really roll for her. At least with the Persona characters, I do like the character designs, and I do like the game, even though I didn't play myself. But Tomb Raider, I haven't done much about that besides watch the movies. So yeah, so what I'm planning to do today, I am planning to roll for her, and I'll explain a bit why in a bit. And if I don't get certain characters, I probably will also be rolling this, because out here, I do have most of the characters, right? But there are two characters I don't have. I don't have Little Leela, and I don't have King Mont. So if I can get either one of them, preferably Little Leela, the Brave, then it'll be worth it. Because I do have a lot of good dark cards, and I have pretty good dark characters like Joker and Black Rose Helena and Lumen, but I'm just missing Little Leela to really pull off a really good dark team. So probably would do that after. And the other thing is, I'm still gunning for both Anima and Dark Odin, so I'll be doing this one as well. But before I do any of those, I'll try my luck up here first. Okay, wait, I just saw something. I should probably roll not going exactly for that card. I don't really... It's a good card, but if it's not limited, it's usually not a high priority for me, because I can always get the card later, especially if it's not like a high cost one, like Anima or Bahamut. Most likely would get down later road accidentally, and it's not hard to get the charts for it if I needed to, if it's not limited. And from what I understand, it's not limited, so it should be fine. I shouldn't worry about it right now. But anyways, let's go ahead and start rolling the 9-step banner first, because it looks like you do get medals every step. That's 900 medals if I finish this through. Then I could do 11 of this, then 10 rolls, and I should have enough. And you can tell that I have plenty of visual, so this is not gonna hurt me too much. Wait, is this actually worth it? I don't see... Well, maybe. I see medals. Yeah, this actually might be worth it as well. So I have a lot of options. So the one other thing I liked about all of these banners is it's kind of fair. There's a lot of things that kind of go towards pity. This also has a UR bar if you prefer to try to pity her this way. There's two kind of pities. So whenever there's multiple ways to pity, it's usually a really good deal. So anyways, let's go roll. So the reason why I do feel like it's worth rolling for her, I feel like she's really underrated. When she was out back then, she did feel like a really strong character. And this is all the way back then, before we had Astrias, before we had Celeste. And I guess Winter Victoria like barely had her EX. I forgot when she got it, right? So all these characters will pair well with her. Actually, I think Victoria did get her EX around that time. And I think she and her were paired up quite a bit. Oh. Okay. It's not gonna be that lucky. Okay, so what I was saying, but Arm, for example, was a new character that wasn't really a high priority to kind of work on for everybody. But she probably would be a good pair with her as well, because Lara Croft is an invasive gunner. In a farm, she's an invasive unit that also can shoot as well, right? She does have a ranger class. So that's awesome to get pairing. Victoria is really good because she's not very much of an invasive unit, but she's kind of like a tank, a gunning tank. So what happens if you actually put all three together? That's a good combo. If you want a more better tank, then putting Celeste in there instead would work. And I think one of the reasons why that might be underrated is because this is a EN exclusive character, not in JP. So people who are kind of reliant on the JP meta and stuff, you're not going to have accurate information about what our teams over there compared to over here. There's probably a lot more options here than it is over there. I mean, you could also say that you know, lightning teams over here is potentially better because of Esther, but when you're building a water team, you're not really. Ooh, well, that's some luck, huh? Nice. So I got her pretty easily. Well, it's because she's now 100 cost, so the chances of me of getting her were already pretty high. So, question is, how much should I keep rolling? I think the prisms were actually the biggest thing out of here. The thoughts are not so much. The blossoms were gonna be a nice option. All right, nice little pick. I don't really need the branded tickets. I was like, well, then maybe I should at least go up to 6 step. But I think almost as soon as you get her, I think step 2 is probably the most important one, and obviously you can do step 3 because it's free. But I think beyond that, actually, it's not worth it unless you're lacking blossoms or lacking thoughts. But most of the time, you're not gonna be lacking thoughts. You're gonna be lacking prisms, and blossoms are really dependent on how many characters you've been working on. But I think I'm fine with blossoms. I'm not like swimming in blossoms. I have like around 70. If it was like 100, then that's almost like swimming on blossoms. But I think let's stop there. Man, should I have rolled this? Let me think. Hold on. You are guaranteed. Oh, you're guaranteed like some of her unit shards on the 3rd and 5th steps. I mean, if I was gonna buy some of her shards, right? 40? Well, 20 is usually here. You know what? It's actually just better to go look at the store and look at the price per shard. Not the right one. Yes, did not see that. We are finding a really tough guild today. But who knows? A lot of our attackers tend to kind of are late. I'm like picking the wrong options. They're all like kind of late attackers, so we're just gonna have to make a comeback at the very last moment. Yeah, I've been farming a lot of guild lately, so you're gonna see that. Okay, let's look at my thumb's not being really accurate today, but it's because I'm looking at a different screen. Okay. 2k for her shards. Yeah, it's probably better not to roll that banner unless you're still trying to roll for her. In fact, maybe I think the way you would have, the best way to kind of roll was to roll the first 3 steps here I just lucky I got her in the third step. And then, if you didn't get her, go and roll here to get more of her shards. If you didn't get her yet, and hoping to get her here. But if you still didn't get her, then go back and roll here. And then if you're out of all those options, then go roll here. That's probably the best bet. But yeah, so I do think she's underrated. I do think she could potentially be very strong with a lot of the water characters right now and all the water cards that just came out. So I'm gonna kind of give her a try. So now that I have her, I guess that's a big option. But now let's see if I can kind of take my dark team to another level. I get little leader here, then it's a really big win. And there's 3 times to get her. Ooh, and there's 2 of them. 2 rainbow units here. So yeah, I have been playing like a team with like Joker. Joker's really strong. He's so tanky. Black Rose, and like I've been playing around with the third character being like Garvel or Venera. Someone new, and it's Little Leela. Okay, great. Right off the bat, so I don't even need to even re-roll. I'll keep this roll. But I've been feeling like the character I really needed the most, at least whenever I fight a dark team and I get wrecked by them, it's because of Little Leela. So now that I have her, I kind of I don't do the same thing. I mean, the dark team I had is strong. It's just like I'm like the times I lose, I'm like 1 hit away from lost, right? If I hit them one more time, I would win. If they hit me, obviously when they do hit me, I lose, right? But if I had Little Leela instead of, Venera or Garvel, I definitely would get that hit in before they would, for sure. So that's gonna be a big difference. And let's see. Other thing is here. I see Anima right there. But I kind of do want to double check on the rates for the guaranteed. It'd be sad if the guaranteed only applied to the non-premium espers. But that's why it's good to check. So Bahamut, Dark Odin, and Anima, they're all are part of the guaranteed, and rates are definitely, let's see, 0.8. That's like a 1% chance. Pretty low, but it's 3 tries, and it's better than the normal rates, which is like a 0.01. Like that's almost is it 80 times better? Well, maybe not. Let's say round out to 2. It's about 40 times better, right? 0.8 versus a 0.01. So yeah, your chances of getting those characters outside something like this is really low. So let's pray I get lucky. I mean, I'm kind of on a roll today, so it's kind of odd. It kind of feels weird. Oh, wait. Well, it's 5. And it's not only that, it's not just 1, it's 5. 5 UR chances. So there's a lot higher chance than you think to try to get those cards. Anima or Dark Odin or Bahamut, you're still gunning for that. Okay, none here. Last one. Nope. Don't really need any of these cards because I have them all. So we're gonna retry. And since it's 3 retries, it's technically 4 attempts, right? It's not as crazy as the what I heard in GP where you have 10 retries and it's actually even better chance to get Dark Odin. But this is not too bad. This is probably one of the next better options. So definitely taking my chances. And not looking good. But maybe it's because I used up most of my luck on the other 2 banners I rolled. Oh, that's not that great. I don't think I got... Oh, I got 1 Esper. I'm not... I mean, I can't say it was a bad Esper either, but it's an older Esper. 2 more tries left. All I could do is pray. Nope. You know, I am working on that 1 card earlier. Technically, I finished that recently. I don't need you anymore. I am working on that card. But most of these cards, if I wanted to max them out, I can, because I have so many of the stars for them. Not the stars, but the other one. Soul medals? Also, I'm not too worried about non-limited cards. I can max out most of those pretty easily after the fact later on. Last chance. Yeah, it was still a low chance to get it, so I'm not too surprised. Almost thought it was Anima. It's just a better chance. Well, I kind of am working on that card. Okay, I'll retry. So, guess it's better luck next time to get Dark Odin and Anima. I'll keep on trying in the future. But for now, that's all the roast for today. Yeah. If you're trying to get Lara Croft, again, don't expect to try to beat Lightning teams. Lightning teams are pretty strong. I mean, there are, like, even my Lightning team kind of struggles against Astrias and Celeste combined together. And I really don't think this team would do any better than them. Those 2 are really strong together. But I am thinking on certain maps where it's kind of range oriented, which is the way it is right now. Against other teams, they could technically do pretty good. And especially if you're going against fire teams, but, you know, I kind of feel like fire teams aren't completely dominating so much. It kind of oddly feels like they're kind of dominating arena right now. At least not dominating, but I see them much more often than I did than normal. But definitely having other teams to kind of play around with and not just rely on my main elements like wind and light, which are light is definitely struggling right now. I feel like my light teams are kind of losing against dark teams. It's like a dark meta instead of a light one like it was before. My wind teams are still doing decently well against earth, but you know, the 2 earth characters that are causing me trouble that I would lose against sometimes is Oberon and Noctis. But in most other cases, I do win against them, and obviously if those 2 are not together, I usually always win. But I do feel like sometimes I do run a lightning team sometimes. But again, Water is so strong with, you know, Astras and Celeste together that there are times I still lose against those 2. Really depends on who the 3rd person is. But I'm starting to kind of feel that I kind of just need to kind of start branch out, especially when I have so much visual to kind of play around with right now. I have so many options to kind of roll for future characters, and a lot of the future characters I've been seeing are starting to look pretty good. There might be not the elements I'm kind of going for, but I'm debating on roll for them. We'll see. At least when Tactics rerun comes out, I'm already set. I already have all the characters. I just need to build all those characters up to 120. So I'm just gonna have a lot of visual kind of saved up. And I'm trying to... It's hard to kind of try to be careful on who to roll for. when you have this much, you kind of feel like oh, I should just roll any character I want, right? But I made that mistake last time with Laswell. Not that Laswell was a bad character. He's pretty good during that time, but he is kind of outdated now. But that was the time when I thought I had a lot of visual, and shortly after Laswell, a lot of good characters like Little Leela came out. I tried to roll for her and didn't have enough, so I kind of regretted that. So, as always, don't let down your guard. Make sure you really need the character, or really like the character, and just pray that you have some luck on your side. So if you're hoping to pull for Lara Croft or other characters in the near future, I wish you guys luck. But for me, before I sign out, I have to promote my guild a little bit more. So, if you're looking for a guild, please apply to Yorha. We are currently in Masters, and we've been fighting our battles really hard. Like, today might look pretty bad, but if you look at our battle record, we've been winning a lot of our battles. Like, Lapis was a Masters 3 guild, and we were like tied with them. Think about that, right? So our guild is nothing to kind of slough on, but I mean, it definitely does help that we have stronger people join us. And there is a lot of kind of players in our guild that kind of stopped playing. But we're hoping to kind of replace them with newer players that hopefully are stronger. If you're not stronger than them, that's fine. We will have time to kind of catch up. And we'll be more than willing to help you kind of get on that track, on the right track to get stronger. We will definitely try to help you if you have any questions. But yeah, you could try to search for us or join our Discord and ask us how to join from there. And we'll make sure you get in. Okay, I think we're good. Anyways, again, wish you guys luck on wherever you guys needed to roll on, and I'll see you guys around. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye bye.